With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And so off the tip, it is New York. Here's Brunson. Outside Durant. Back to Brunson. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Well, Grant, tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
Durant on the attack. And it's slammed in by Durant.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Levine can't hit. Down low. The kick to Durant. Adebayo sets a screen. Over Markkanen. Another one falls for New York.
One of the most efficient two-point shooters in the history of the game, Kevin Durant from the mid-range.
To the inside. Here's Olajuwon. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
To the paint. Good D by Adebayo.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Durant. It's rebounded by Olajuwon.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Pass to Levine. Siakam the screen. Inside. And there's a 3-second violation. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Yeah, Sacramento's head coach and I were able to chat briefly. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Doris, how about the evolution of Jalen Brunson's career from role player to star player?
Yeah, B.A., he begins his career as a backup point guard to the great Luka Doncic. But when given an opportunity to thrive without Luka in the playoffs, he did just that. Then he gets his own team and takes his game to an MVP level. Incredible evolution.
Here's Ellis. Olajuwon. And he goes in for the dunk.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Durant, no good. The Kings trailing. Pass to Levine. Here's the pick. Shot from the wing. And that one hits the back iron.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Adebayo from long range. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team, the ability to knock down jumpers.
Pass to Olajuwon. Outside for Levine. 6 to shoot from downtown, and it's New York with a rebound.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Adebayo, that's good.
And with a strong physical profile, Adebayo is willing to battle, always on the interior.
They set a pick. Here's Levine for three. And that doesn't go either for Levine.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
And that one's good by Durant.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and
wow! As his game continues to develop, Levine has increased his assist numbers.
Pass to Watson. To the middle. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam.
Man, the defender really went after him.
One of the best things about Kevin Durant is he simply locks in on exactly what's in front of him at the moment. If that means working at practice, that's what he does. If that's competing at a high level in the game, that's what he does.
Markkanen sets a screen. Launches a three. No good. Would have counted had it gone. Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the New York Knicks. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Knicks.
Well, they found their offensive openings in the mid-range, and they continue to find ways to open up those jump shot opportunities.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Horford outside. Pass to Bamba. Back to Horford. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Marley, no good. Kings trail by 6. To the paint. Horford with a steal. Here's Hardy. Inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3 seconds.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Right side Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Bamba. And it's Bamba finishing strong.
Boy, you better keep the 7-footer Mo Bamba away from the cup. What an easy finish.
Carter can't get it to go.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Pass to Bamba. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Here's Bamba, and it's Bamba finishing strong.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Ryan, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. Horford outside. Beyond the arc. Jones grabs the board. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. It's a 5-point game. Next up on the schedule, the Clippers. That'll be a home game. And it's Maxey missing. And here are the Knicks. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Just 2 to shoot. Bamba misses. 1:44 left in the first half. Pass to Jones. Outside Maxey. Outside Jones. Carter on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Carter on the wing. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Carter's got 7 points in the game.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
Pass to Bamba. Sacramento grabs the miss. Now here's Maxey. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. Here's Marley. New York again can't hit. The Kings trailing. And here's Carter. Left side Jones. Pass to Carter. The 3-ball. Hardy grabs the board.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Screen by Horford. Hardy's shot is good.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Maxey. Launches it. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
Here's Hardy. Here he goes. Pass to Horford. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Horford's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Knicks. They're up by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. We've got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kings trail by 3. And here's Siakam. Still without a bucket.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Adebayo, no good. Outside Levine. Markkanen sets a screen. Levine surveys the D. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Pretty good battle going on here in Sacramento. The 3 is up. Drops in the 3. Watson's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. The 3. Levine can't hit.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Ooh, got that one up quick. Now it's a 6-point Knick lead.
Boy, you just have to sit back sometimes and admire the shooting form of Kevin Durant. Shoulders squared, body straight, pre-shot preparation perfect.
Pass to Ellis. To the inside. It's rebounded by McBride. Knicks leading by 6. The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll say this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
On the wing, Levine. And Zach Levine from deep. And the action on hold. It appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Man, that's tough to see.
And I'll tell you, that's the very last thing you want to see.
I just feel so bad for him. What he's going through right now, you just have to hope and pray that it's not too serious.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. Watson's got 6 in the quarter.
How about that well-timed drop-off? Jalen Brunson just knows where to put the basketball.
Outside Levine. There's the triple. It's not going to go for him.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that
one. Pass to Brunson. On the wing, Durant. Lets the 3 fly. The shot misses. Kings trail by 6. Here's Ellis. Down low. Here's Olajuwon. The ball's knocked loose. And New York has possession. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. Olajuwon's got 9.
Well, just staying alert. Great setup that time by Levine.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Knicks leading by 7. Drives to the hoop. Hardy's shot is good. Hardy's got his 2nd basket on the night.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Over to the left wing. Uses the glass on the layup.
It's interesting. They definitely had more 3-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Marley, no good. There's 49 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. To the middle. Olajuwon.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
Here's Hardy. Back to Horford. Is rebounded by Olajuwon. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. Trailing by 5. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Pass to Horford. That shot is off.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
To the paint. Here's Carter. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
To 3, Hardy. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. It's the Knicks. 39. 3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Knicks leading by 3. All right, a chance to check in on Bam Adebayo. What do you have, Allie?
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Knicks about his status. The initial reports are saying that this is a serious injury and that he'll likely miss significant playing time. Obviously a terrible way to start the season. Good news, though, plenty of time left to figure things out for them.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
Back to Carter. Pass to Jones. Jones sets a screen. For 3, Maxey. The rebound by Bamba. About 1 minute played here in the 4th quarter. Here's Brunson. The quick look, no good that time.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
On the wing, Jones. Off target from three-point range.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Durant's shot is off. Kings trailed by 6. Carter with it. Guarded now by Watson. Siakam outside. From outside the arc. And it's New York with a rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Durant. Jones grabs the board. Here's Siakam. Off with the layup. New York leading by 6. Outside Durant. Up and over Carter. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Durant's got 9 points now in the second half. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
A nice shot by McBride.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Oh, denied by Durant.
How about the defense from Kevin Durant? Sends that shot back.
Here's Hawkins. On the wing, Jones. Inside. Here's Maxey. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. And the Knicks with possession. They lead by 7. And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And a new group getting ready for the Kings. And the shot goes.
Generously listed as 6'1", Jalen Brunson knows his way around the inside painted area. Look out.
Shot on the wing. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
There are some superstars who just love to play the game and work on the craft. That is Kevin Durant in a nutshell.
Here's Olajuwon. Off target from outside. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Durant surveying the D. Jones grabs the board. And Maxey's got the ball here for Sacramento. It's a 10-point game. They get it back. Outside for Levine. Pass to Olajuwon. Second shot opportunity. Again, the Kings score.
Well, this is Levine's mindset. He is ready to shoot as soon as that ball touches his hand.
New York leading by 8. Outside McBride. Screen by Watson. Back to Brunson. Watson with it to the right side. Outside Brunson. Lets it fly. Rebound by Sacramento. Outside Levine. Fires the 3. And he buries it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Big shot with time winding down. Clutch move by Levine.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. And he's now got the double-double.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Left side Levine. They set the pick. So New York wins it. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take it.